I cook and I walk and I cry and I pray and I cuss and I do lie.
Hey everyone, I'm Katie Darrell, and I mean, she doesn't need an introduction, but I'll do it anyways. It's Wynonna Judd. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right, so the word of the day, or words of the day, the Judds, the final tour. Tell me about this.
It's a healing journey through a grieving process, and it allows me to have purpose through my pain and give to the fans my story, which hopefully will help someone else.
I also think that there could be a subtitle for this. KickAss Ladies, because there are so many kick-ass ladies joining you on this stage. Can you name drop for me?
Brandi Carlile was one of the first people to show up, from Faith Hill to Kelsea Ballerini to Tanya Tucker to Little Big Town. Who am I missing? Oh my God, Ashley McBride. She's the next generation of greatness. And all of a sudden I'm on stage with these women and I'm just jacking my hair to Jesus for sure.
And I'm just actually upset that you're not hitting Los Angeles, because I'm not going to get to see it. So I'm hoping that more dates are going to get announced. I always am like, is there going to be another announcement?
I'm going where they send me. It's like I'm showing up where I'm called. So yeah, I'm with you. You know what's cool though? I will say we're going to some of the markets where, in my opinion, the real people are, in terms of less show business and more of real business about the fans. And sometimes we go where the fans want us to go, and it may not be in LA or New York. And so we show up at the state fair as well as the county fair. Yes, we do.
Hey, listen, it's got really good food. It's better than the catering at some of these other venues, right?
The whole tour is amazing. And people say, well, why did you do it? And I'm like, well, why don't I do it? Because the fans have spoken. We got a lot of information from the fans over these months, and the fans want it. And I'm going to show up and I'm going to do this tour, and then I'm going to go in the studio, make a record of all the songs I'm writing, and then put out a new record. And that's going to be the next chapter.
Well, I think what a lot of us are also fantasizing about is that, you know, not to go back to all the other names on the bill, but there are so many great musicians that are joining you on this tour that we want to know that you guys are really friends and that there's this camaraderie. I mean, how do you guys hang out backstage? And what do you, are you one of those touring acts that, is there like a ping pong table? Is there, you know, a manicure station? Like, bring me to the fantasy of like you hanging out and just getting to chit chat with Brandi Carlile.
We do. And I just finished 5 days in Mexico with Brandi Carlile at her Girls Just Wanna celebration. And so, you know what we do? We have family backstage and we visit. And I know that's corny, and that's the way it is. When you have Little Big Town, they all have family members that come, and sometimes up to 30 people. So you take pictures, and it's a family reunion every single night. And Martina McBride is co-headlining with me, so I can't forget her because she's working her butt off. So we're connected, we're in love because we have each other's texts, and we hang out. We actually hang out and go to dinner together. So it's not just a show business thing.
How does it feel to get to be one of the one-name wonders? I mean, there's Cher, there's Madonna, there's Jesus, there's Wynonna. I mean, people understand who you, they just have to say the one name.
Well, it's a funny story real quickly. It was a marketing thing. Back in the day in the CD bins, they didn't want the W to be with the J's. So they put me just Wynonna so I could go in the W bin instead of the J's. And now I've grown into it. So it actually started off as a marketing thing, and now it's a thing. And I guess I have to.
You wear it well. A one-name wonder. I think I may have just invented that phrase. A phrase I did not invent, though. Rolling Stone magazine did call you the voice of her generation. When you are given accolades like that, how did you respond to them then versus now? Because there's maturity and growth involved in the years of your career.
Well, my funny side wants to say something funny, which is, it's good for a good seat in a restaurant. And then the truth is, the practical me is, you got to work your ass off. You can't just sit around. And I got to work really hard. So when I get something like that, my voice of a generation, well, first of all, I can't take credit for my voice. I got it when I was born. So there's that. What I can be responsible for is how I use it. And that's where my grandmother comes into play, because she raised me to be one of those believing women that just said, I'm not a victim, I'm a victor.
obviously right now you're prepping for tour and you're in tour mode, but when you're not in tour mode, what is the day-to-day work ethics and practice that you have? Do you keep a strict schedule of today I have to, play and rehearse songs or write? What are the mandates you put on yourself work-wise?
Well, yesterday I was with my daughter and we actually went to Walmart. I haven't been to Walmart in 10 years and that was exciting. And then today I have my granddaughter and I'm going over to see my son's house that he just bought with his wife. And it's life, baby. I'm doing life, right? And so tomorrow, more interviews, and then I go to sound check and I go to work and I put on my big girl panties and I get to work in the greatest part of life in the world, and that is music.
Let's talk about relaxing. What do you do to relax? And I'm going to lead the witness. I kind of want to talk about these CBD oils that I see that you have and you're involved in.
I literally just took some 30 minutes ago. CBD oil, I have a line, Wynonna. I sleep and I walk. I have 500 acres and I live on a farm and Ashley's right over the hill. I go see her. I cook and I walk and I cry and I pray and I cuss and I do life. And I'm going to see my son's house tonight and I'm so excited, but I'm sad.
Because you're going to be spending a lot of time away. You're living out on the road. It's a lonely life, right? It's hard out there.
It does. It is when it's a bad day, not a bad life, people. And some days are not great and some days are great. And some days you're out in the middle of Rooster Poot, Texas, and you can't find food and you have to go to Wendy's, and that's okay too, but it's not my lifestyle. And so I have to find ways to do life in the places that I don't normally do life.
Yeah.
Ooh, I just thought of that.
Embroider it on a pillow.
I know. If I embroidered, I would. But you know what? I've been on the road since I was 18 years old. I don't know another way of life. It's like being a truck driver. People who have not been a truck driver don't know what it's like. I've been on the road my whole entire adult life almost. So here we are.
Bringing us back to the main subject on hand, that people can grab tickets. They could come out and see the Judds, the final tour. Are you prepared for the emotions that are probably going to come flooding in? Is there a mantra that you're going to bring into this tour?
Identify or let it fly. If I identify with it, I gravitate towards it. If I don't, I let it fly. And I do these things, let it go, let it go, let it go. I do this a lot.
Well, we are all excited to get to see you out on the road. The Judds, the final tour, tickets are available. Go to Live Nation. You can find them there. You can find them on your website. Can't wait to see you out there just rocking and kicking some butt, Wynonna. We are all rooting for you.
I can't wait either. Look for me on your street.
In celebration of the life and legacy of Naomi Judd, Wynonna continues with the final tour, live across North America in 2023. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hey there, thanks for watching AXS TV. Subscribe, follow, like, and do all the good stuff. And make sure you leave a comment below. I don't know, just let us know what your favorite AXS TV show is, or who your favorite bands are, and what artists you're into, or just say hi, man. I like to be told hi. We love hearing from you. That's the point, all right? Keep it coming.